Veeronica is the new survivor that has just been added to Forsaken. Her archetype is survivalist, meaning she's based around sustaining herself. So let's break down how her abilities work. First off, she has a passive where she cannot be healed by anything that isn't her own battery. So things like medkits, Elliot's Pizza, Builderman's dispenser, and none of that is gonna work on Veeronica. Only her battery can heal her. A full battery heals 50% of her health, which equals 50 HP. So how do you charge the battery? Doing generators will fill 8% of her battery. Another way is by doing tricks. If you land 3 tricks in a row, you gain 5% charge, and the biggest boost you can get is from landing your broadcast ability, which charges the battery by 15%. I'll explain that ability more in just a second. The first ability is called Vandalism, and it lets you spray 3 graffiti tags on walls. Once you place graffiti, you'll see a rectangular hitbox, and that's the only space where you can skate. If the killer attacks your graffiti, they can destroy it, and you'll get a 15-second cooldown before you can place graffiti again. A few tips for graffiti placement: put them in common loop spots and spread them around the map. You don't want them too close together because it makes them way easier for the killer to destroy. Some people suggest hiding your graffiti, but the issue is you're probably not going to be looping in those hidden spots, meaning wasted potential for escape routes. Another thing that happened to me way too often: if you have Vandalism activated, you cannot skate while the spray can is out. You need to deactivate Vandalism first, and then you can skate. Here, let me just show you. I'm healing up a little bit. Let's hit him with the... Oh no. Oh god. Oh no. Oh god. Oh no. I got my graffiti out. Oh my god. Yeah, super annoying. Now let's talk about skating. Once you're inside those rectangular hitboxes, you can start skating. Skating is faster than normal sprinting, but it burns stamina quicker. Your turning is also more limited. Whenever you're about to hit a surface, Veeronica glows, and you can jump off the surface by pressing spacebar. While airborne, you get full turn control plus 10 stamina. Though honestly, it drains so fast, it's barely noticeable. And a speed boost. And like I mentioned earlier, landing 3 tricks in a row charges your battery by 5%. If you run out of stamina while skating, you'll stop skating. And if you crash into a wall, you take 5 damage and get slowness 4 for 2.5 seconds. Also, at any time, you can manually end skating. The best tip for skating, without considering broadcast abilities, is that you generally don't want to skate when you're already low on stamina because of the fast stamina drain. It can end up being worse than just normal sprinting. Now let's get into her next major ability, Broadcast, which changes how skating interactions work. Broadcast has 3 modes. The first mode is Phase. When you collide with the killer, you gain resistance 2 for 3 seconds and speed 4 for 2 seconds, and you phase right through the killer. This also charges Veeronica's battery by 15%. You can only phase through the killer once per skate. On top of that, instead of crashing into walls, Veeronica will rebound off of them, but this will end with 5 self-damage. The second mode is Bumper. If you crash into the killer while using Bumper, you'll knock them back and charge your battery by 15%. You also won't take any self-damage from hitting the killer, but skating will immediately end when you collide. And if a killer has been hit by Bumper within the last 10 seconds, they won't be knocked back again. The third and final mode is Mobile. In this mode, you get increased turn control for 1 second after landing, but the downside is you take 3 times more self-damage from crashes. So you'll be taking 15 damage if you hit something. And that's basically the whole trade-off. From my experience, Phase is the best option right now. You can't crash, you get a speed boost, you get to escape, and you get that 15% battery charge, which pretty much makes up for the 5 HP you lose. Bumper could definitely be useful, but as of right now, I think it's still a bit buggy. If anything, Bumper is nice for using your graffiti on high ground. You can knock the killer off. As for Mobile, the extra turning just doesn't feel worth the risk of losing 15 HP on a crash. Especially since the update is fresh, it's still kind of buggy. So yeah, stick to Phase for now, but the others might shine once Veeronica gets a little bit more polish in future patches. The last ability Veeronica has is Activate Battery, which is just her self-healing. It's simple to use, it doesn't take a genius, just don't use it too early and waste a heal. Like I said earlier, 100% battery equals only 50 HP. So if you only have 50% battery, you'll only heal 25 HP. Every 2% equals 1 HP. And that's everything you need to know for Veeronica. Hopefully this helped you guys out. If there's anything I missed, drop it in the comments to help someone else out. And if this video was helpful, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out a ton.